Hello everybody, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Well, today, obviously, we're going to be working on a game. We're going to be working on stuff. What I should do is, I got it, no, there we go. And, there we go. We got to put the coin of service in there. But yes, hello everyone. We're going to be talking about games today, otherwise known as I'm going to be writing one. So, this is City on the Hill. City on the Hill is a game about fantasy, about a fantasy world in which a normal town from somewhere gets transported to. It's not very complicated, and I'm being paid money for it. So, when things aren't complicated and I get paid money for it, I tend to start writing pretty easily. There were some complications with it, but that makes it half the fun. That makes it the fun part, right? Right. At least that's what I tell myself. For context for people who are not where I am, it's noon right now. Like, it's dead noon. High noon. If, what's his name now? John Overwatch. And that's what he says. But yeah. It's also pouring outside, but it's one of those, it's rainy in the worst way. When I say it's rainy, that it's still hot out. Like, it's still, it's still sticking to your skin, but you now are getting wet while you're getting that. It's great. First things first, I would like to thank Hey Holt 666 for following. I'd like to thank Yith Lord for following, and Why Christ for following. Thank you all for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, you're also going to hear some fun grunting noises today. That is due to the fact that I may have a hairline fracture on my arm. It hurts a lot anytime I move, so that's fun. I like being in pain. It reminds me that I'm still awake. Let's see. Nope. Nope, that's definitely not the case. Retrofit to an SMT game. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Let's see. Not. Do I not have my list in here? I have my notebook, as I usually do, and my notebook has. There we go. So, got my book right here. Let's do this right. So what I did yesterday was, last night actually, I just sat down and I wrote. I wrote things. As a quick rundown of what I wrote, here is literally the lore. It's not really lore, it's saying shit happened. This is where we are now. Ta-da, because lore is kind of secondary right now. Big thing here, characters are called travelers. What's the GM called? It's Maria's Chronicler. Maria's Chronicler. Why is it called Maria's Chronicler or the MC? Because Maria is a character that has to be in every setting because she's a dick. Basics kind of rundown of the system itself for those who haven't been paying attention or haven't been here in a while. Effectively, every single character has a rank in an attribute. So, for example, I might have a C rank in something. If I have a C rank in something, I need to roll under 50 if I want to save versus something, or roll over 50 if I want to do an act, if I'm trying to do an action with it. Not too complicated. D100 roll over is the core system, effectively. Yeah, nothing too dramatic there. Let's do. We do like evenly spaced. Perfect, cool. But yes, that's kind of the core system. Very basic idea. We do have skill and situation die. Skill die are always d6s. So if, let's say, for example, I have a 4 in roguery or something similar to that, I would add or lose 4d6 anytime I attempt a check like that to modify my result. So if I roll a 55 and I need a 50, actually if I roll a 55 and I need a 60, I can roll my 4d6 and try to get above a 60. Easy enough. Situation die are pretty much the way that we're handling advantage/disadvantage. is the same thing, but they're always rolled first. So if it's a serious, right here, so if it's a serious situation, you would roll a d10 and modify your results up or down, depending on the situation, and so on and so forth. If multiple situations are happening, then you might have multiple die influencing your result. This sucks. So, then we go down to difficulty. Difficulty augments your actual act or save more than anything. So if it is a noticeable difficulty, your act of 50 becomes an act of 70. If it's a dire, difficulty, your act of 50 becomes 100. Same thing goes for bonuses, nothing too complicated there. Effortless and practice checks. Effectively, if you have a situation where you do not need to roll at all, it's considered effortless. It is not something you can actually fail at this point. How do you roll over? How do you roll under -10? You don't. You don't roll under -10. That's the entire point. Oh no, how do I roll under 110? You don't need to worry about that. You just do it. However, if it's effortless, you have 0 success levels, which is effectively say you don't get any quality bonuses out of it unless you roll. Which was like, why wouldn't you roll? Because it's usually fast and without any effort. The idea is like, oh, I want to do this check to do it real fast. I want to do this check to get success levels. Cool. Making it effortless is like, it's not even a problem for you. You just do it. Why? Because you just are that good. When it comes to practice checks, on the other hand, practice checks are kind of the opposite, which is you have skill in something. If you sit down and do something, you don't need to roll. You just treat whatever your skill level is as the total amount of success levels you have, which is effectively saying how many intervals of 10 you've succeeded at. So, success level is kind of the basic idea. If you roll an 85 on an act of 50, you have 3 SL. What does 3 SL means? It means you did something better than someone with 2 SL. If you fail by 3, if you have an act of 50 and you roll a 20, you have -3. You failed worse than someone with -1 SL. Pretty simple stuff. Certain situations, damage, and abilities sometimes have effects that are augmented by how much SL you have when making the check. So usually for something like damage, for example, if you beat them by 4 SL, you do 4 extra damage. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up. Good morbing, everybody. So this is a FFTA, gate, or an SMT situation. Yes. Yeah, the answer is yes. Most SMT games are just urban fantasy games, except that Japanese fairy tale monsters, aka yokai. No. No. SMT surprisingly doesn't have that many yokai in it, relatively speaking. It has everything in it. That's the problem with it. And then Lucifer shows up, and you're like, damn, Lucifer, can you please stop being a dick for 1 minute? And then he continues being a dick. He has good morbing. So that's kind of the basic idea there. You want more SL to do better. This kind of leads to the various ways of doing opposed checks. Effectively, if it's passive, it's like a difficulty or a bonus in that case. If it's an opposed check, you both roll and see who has the best SL. And if it's a save, what usually happens is you make a check, and if you have to save against it, you have to roll under. If you do it, if you save, yeah, no, normally this is a binary yes or no, but certain situations may call for both to compare SL to see if the effect is partial. Your SL is lower than their act SL, or complete, if your save SL is equal or greater than the act SL. Pretty simple stuff. I feel like I'm forgetting something, though. I thought I was going to add something. What was I going to add? Yes. So I was going to add, if I redo this real fast, so we have our basic situation. What do skill die do? What does difficulty do? What does effortless success levels? Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a little bit of shaky. I'm gonna put success levels there. Skill and situation dice go. So skill and situation die, and then we have difficulty dice. We have difficulty, skill and situation, effortless and practice checks. If we do, technically we can do something like this, and we need to put in success levels, difficulty, situation die. We delete you. Okay, here's what we can do. We're gonna do some chicanery here, everyone. Are you ready for some chicanery? Okay, we're gonna. Also, I want this to be known. Google did change things ever so slightly, so if you see me do like, if you see things be ever so slightly wrong, understand it's Google's fault. Just understand that Google has yet again fucked me over because Google hates anything that makes sense. I swear to fucking God, holy shit. Actually, we grab you, table options, sell. Sell, what are you doing? Put that there. We then do, so we've got this of how the act system works. Put that as a 1. Okay, we put that as a 1. We put effortless and practice checks there. Okay, so now, how do I want to do this? No, that's not how it... No. We redo this. We redo you. We put effortless and practice checks. You go over here. We put you on the bottom there. And then we put you here. So we then do... Okay. There's a reason I'm doing this. As the... It certainly increases their power, so... So will their ability to perform more miraculous feats whenever a... rolls dubs, 44, 44, 33, 22, etc. They'll be able to explode. They will be able to roll a second set of... Let's see. Well, second set of percentile dice and add the results together if they are making an act check. They are making an act check. However, how normal, but travelers are far from normal. Every character level, every level. And continues to level 10, so... However, normal people struggle to go above and beyond. Travelers every 10 levels, so we go insert tabled. We do 2 by... Actually, it would be 4 by 6. Actually, so this would be level, dubs... what we can do is we grab all of you. Table. In case you want to know why Notepad is so angry, it's because they changed the table options. They also changed where a bunch of things were for whatever fucking reason. I don't know why they did. I could only assume that it is out of pure malice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, call it pure malice or stupidity. I don't know, and it bothers me every time. So, 100, 0, 0. 9, 66, 55, 44, 33, 22, and 11. So effectively, let's see, we want to do 1, 2. We afford to do that. Yes, we can, because we're going to do hit 5. This reaffirms scribble doctrine. Also, they put footnotes behind page elements for whatever reason. I hate that. I don't know why they do this. This reaffirm scribble doctrine. Rolling. There we go. Rolling 0, 0 is 100, not 0. There we go. Technically, I could probably put an image there. It would, but yeah, I'll debate on that. So that should be all of the basic mechanics there. Actually, you know what I can put there? So we're gonna. Okay, time for more chicanery, everybody. This is what learning to wrangle Google Docs is my passion. As the people know, wrangling Google Docs is my passion. It's not, but it is a necessary skill in this hobby. We're going to put that as 1s. We're going to put that there. We're going to grab you like that. Sorry if I'm not responding to people. I am just very focused right now. Table options. Put you at 0.02. Can we do 2? Yes, if we do 2, we can... Okay, so... Whoa. Whoa. Let's see. Actually, a level. We'll do a level 1. We'll do a level 3. As an active 50 and rolls in 88. And score a 43. And score 43, adding. And scores a 43. 151, 161 would be 151 because it would be 120, 130. Yeah. So actually, might be going insane because this is what happens. 129. It would be 120, 132. Then 132. There we go. 88 plus 43 would be 131. Hey, I might work with math constantly. Doesn't mean I'm good with math. There we go. We do that. We do that. There we go. So that would be 5, 6, 7, 8. An amazing 8SL. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of like as you level up, you're getting better opportunities to crit and keep rolling to explode your dice. You may be wondering, 10 levels, that doesn't seem like a lot. Like, yeah, it's not, because you're supposed to retire characters, actually. That's like a big thing, is retiring characters in this game. Actually, what I should do is I should put the notes here. We want to do insert. Do Maria's book. Maria is not very nice because, well, Maria is nice, but Maria is also not very nice. Maria's kind of a cunt. Let's see, anytime this side note appears, this is going to be explaining various game mechanics, concepts with PLNMC. Marx Doctrine. Where was it? Not to anger our There we go. How not to anger the great reforger. Actually, you're going to be 11. Maria's book is going to be... Yeah. Color coding our notes. Yay! There we go. People seem to like me doing that, so I've been doing that more often. Oh yeah, no, cyclical, what's one of the, yeah, Sukai Bahamut and honestly, I'm starting to believe that the only reason why things get changed, they sell people can keep their jobs. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, man. So, let's see. We want to go to... the town we live in. Let's see. The city on the hill is about the sun. Is it a house? The town itself. Whether by fate, quirk, or any other or the itself transported to now let's see. The town has found itself transported to a fantasy world. Ripping. Let's see. Oh yeah, probably. They gotta keep their jobs somehow. The town has found themselves transported into a fantasy world, where be a part of the through but as with all things, the town will change. Let's see, but as with all things, the town will change and morph over the years. Let's see whether the town keeps its identity through it all, or inhabitants. There we go. Well, the town keeps its identity through it all, loses everything in the pursuit of survival, is in the hands of its wayward inhabitants. There we go. So it's kind of the basic idea of like, here's the town, this is what it is. So let's do, if we want to add this, so we're going to go to these. We need to talk about development. I can write it in here. Probably be a bit easier. The town isn't static. Let's see. The town isn't static. It's been around for a time and has. Even began. This is represented through development. This is represented through development. Development. Let's see. Let's see. Split between six aspects. Let's see. Development is split between 6 aspects. Development is split between 6 aspects. So if we do this right, we put that down. And we're going to put a table. We're going to do, if we do something like this, how much room do we actually have? We have a decent amount of room. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Lancelot 12 center. So if we go over here, let's go to my notebook. Do I have all the notes in my notebook? Do I have my notebooks? I forgore them? Might have forgore them, but alright. We're gonna do this right. And so we're gonna look here. So if I remember correctly, we have infrastructure, we have prosperity, and we have defense, and on the opposite sides of that, we have squalor, chaos. Oh, and devastation, that's it. And devastation. Actually, it should start with a defense. Strong wall. And open to assault. So actually, if we do... Actually, right, if we do defense devastation, this would lead to... This is... Okay, so this would be infrastructure, and chaos. Actually, it would be squalor. Actually, no, it would be chaos. Let's see, natural ability, keep it. Dismissive. Or dismissiveness. It's not that big of a problem. We're not going to think about it. Prosperity and squalor. Prosperity. There we go. So, kind of these are the 6 metrics of how you kind of define the way your town's kind of feeling. It is, if you have really high defense, that means the town is safe from outside threats. If devastation is higher, that means, like, things are just ruined. You know, things are broken, things are not working correctly. There is a fire that breaks out every week if devastation is too high, kind of thing. Infrastructure is road services, public services, keeping the town together safely. Hey, we have roads correctly. We have a way to actually communicate with other people. We have, things are, high infrastructure means we are internally safe. Chaos means we're not internally safe. There is crime, there is homelessness, there is people are getting sick. That's chaos. On the other hand, you have prosperity. Prosperity is just how much we can muster to actually do things. We can build things better. We can, make money. We have a big farming community. We have ways to make money, and we have a way to spend that money. Squalor is wasted space and poor performance. Homeless people and parking lots. Wasted space. Again, the reason we have parking lots is not because we need parking lots. It's because, well, we have to have them because people have cars, and it's wasted space. Parking lots don't do anything. They're just there. In an ideal city, you would not have parking lots. That's kind of the idea there. Same idea here. If squalor is too high, it is you have slums, effectively. There is the concept of slums is there. As a town is created and we are chaos, bro. Let's see, increasing one side may reduce another. Keep an eye out. To size. This also leads to size. Size is a special. Let's see, that indicates how much space the town takes up, as well as how able it is to expand. Let's see, at the end of an era, the town will always fill in any empty space it has. Let's see. There we go. Kind of the idea of like size is the measure of how well developed the town is and how able it is to actually go in different, like we have room to spare kind of thing. This leads me to the town path. It's a life path for towns. The town path. So, we're gonna grab you. Okay, so how do we want to... Okay. Okay, no. Both the MC and the... using the town path charts. The town path will indicate various features. As well as its initial development, and the size. Throughout. It will be, actually, what did I end up calling them? Touchstones. Will be marked with a touchstone. Indicating a major individual in the town that indicating a major individual in the town that let's see, indicating a major individual determine touchstones later on. Let's see, indicating a major individual may appear due to it. When determining touchstones later on, we grab you, we put you here. Alright, so first things first, we're going to make a table. We're going to do, I believe it is 10. We're going to have to do 3. So this is our first, which is town's founding. So we grab you, Lancelot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for my own sanity, you're going to be D10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to be doing age, actually no, founding era. Founding era 1, 2, development, and then description. So we're actually going to be doing this, flip it around. So it's going to be antiquity, infrastructure, prosperity 1, infrastructure 2, medieval, Renaissance, early modern, Industrial Revolution, Imperial era. Actually, what we can do is we're going to select all of you, go 1, 2, 3. So we'll have to do 3. Yeah, if we do 1, 2, we put development like that. So Imperial era, World Wars, nuclear. I'm nuclear. Oh. Oh my. Let's see. Where's the America line? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we do this, actually, if we do this, so if we do, let's see, when was the, let's see, the Industrial Revolution. Actually, I don't want to do this, so this would be, actually, if we get rid of that, don't need that. I think it's, actually, if we do antiquity, medieval, Renaissance, early modern. What we're going to do is select you, go here, find the bottom line, bulk you up to 3. If we bulk you up to 3, we're going to insert another footnote here. Only roll a for New World Towns and City. For New World Towns, North America / South. Yeah, it's kind of like the idea, like, oh, well, it's like, really, generally speaking, we can kind of justify it being like, it's been around-ish there. Oh, thank you very much. Did I miss the Tiger Ball redeem? Yes, I did, because it doesn't say it anymore like it should. I hate it when it does that. I should really fix that. But yes, thank you. Hello. Thank you very much for all the, for the gift subs and everything. Gosh, why do you people do this? Yes, I don't hear it. I don't know why I'm not hearing it. Let's see. Chaos! Let's see. Curiosity. At what point in Slum Squalor does someone have to try to put a red light disc with Viper Aliens XCOM 2? Why'd you gotta make it weird? Have poor people. Fucking poroids. I know. Those damn poroids keep making red light districts. How does this keep happening? But yes, welcome. Say hello to Lord Manly. Now, this is a next level shit post, I should add. A next level shit post because this is a gigantic wizardry reference. You have to remember that. It is a wizardry reference. Sungjin Manly. I thought about it, but I'm like, nah. See, that's why we have the alternate. We have the alternate one. Let me bring up my let me see if I can here, let me bring up the alternate the alternate opening, the alternate opener. Because as we know, if you ever suffer from insomnia, have no fear, just... just the greatest show on earth is Solo Leveling. You'll fall asleep immediately. Have no fear. Alright, so we do that. So if we're looking at medieval defense 2. Yeah, so 1 actually the early modern Squalor 3. Infrastructure 2, not Square 3, Squalor. Infrastructure, industrial, Squalor 2. Infrastructure 2, World War. Size 2, new. I'm nuclear. Now you may be wondering, but Notepad, no town was founded that early. I'm like, yes, they were actually. That's the funny place about where I'm living right now, actually, is... Actually, this would be... Because where I'm living right now, actually, was founded in the 60s. I always found that very fascinating. It was like, the town in which I live currently. The city, I should say, actually. The city in which I live currently was founded in the, about the 60s. As a commuter town. And, like, that's a majority of the time when you see cities of, like, why were they founded in, like, the 60s? They were founded in the 60s as commuter towns. We put in a literal town here, or someone started a town because they needed to. So, we've got all of this. Description, Mm. 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 Let's see. Size. +2. Nuclear. Mm. 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 Coming home. So those soldiers coming home. Imperial era. Mm. 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 So I never sat on any of them. Mm. 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 The Bratty Toaster Diaz. To them. Grab. Oh shit. Thanks for a sub, bro. How goes the City on the Hill charts? More. There's a lot of charts. There needs to be more charts. There's going to be a lot of charts, people. I don't think it's quite known of how many fucking charts there's going to need. Actually, you know what we can do? We can grab you. We grab you and you. Early modern. Let's see. The town has its foundations at the end of an era. Where kings gave well, we're petty kings. Let's see, Tana said many names. Shredded. There we go. Alright, so. Only roll a d6 if you are, yeah. Yeah, technically, if you ever, yeah, there's the America line. If you want to be from the Americas, you roll there. We were made in the information age. Good job. Hey, you want to be from literally anywhere else in the world? Roll. Cool. We're found in the World Wars or something. It's Eurocentric, but I didn't want to have a fucking chart for every single every single country in the fucking world. If you want to make a new chart for your particular place, go for it. I cannot stop you. So if we grab you, so we've done the town's founding, what we need to do is... Okay. Oh, I gotta stretch my leggy weggies here when drinking some coffee. Sitting on the floor doing all this work has its benefits. On one hand, it's actually, once you get used to it, it's pretty comfortable in its own way because you can kind of move your legs the way you want them. The problem is I sit weird. To give you an idea, and I'm gonna draw this out just to anytime you hear me like shuffle around a bit more. So you know when you're taught when you're like a little kid, crisscross applesauce, where it's like you sit kind of like this. I know that's not very good, but you know, you're kind of, your legs are crossed and you kind of like sit on your feet almost, if that makes sense. I'm trying to do it now. Yeah, it's like you kind of like sit, like you rest your legs on your feet. I don't do that. I sit like I sit kind of like that. I sit with, I think we called it Indian style when I was a little kid, because I grew up in the middle of fucking nowhere, Nebraska, and we could say shit like that. But I rest one leg on top of the other, and I have a bad tendency of one of my legs going to sleep constantly. So I kind of need to move that around. So anytime you hear me shuffling around, understand I'm like shuffling my legs around. D6 size, Okay, so we do that. We're gonna post this. So, size, Hamlet, mood +2, size -1, population, how do we want to do, it would be, actually, $2d4, so that would be 200 to 800, yeah. Village, the village, $26 times 1,000. Village leads into the town, which is infrastructure 2, size +2. And suburbs. Okay, so defense 3, squalor 5, prosperity 3, size +6. Actually, what if we do that, we grab you, we put you down to 2. Okay, so not perfect, but it should work. Let's try to save. I'm going to try to save a little bit of space here. It's not going to look as nice, but we're playing for space right now. So, if the town is supposed to be 5 to 15k people, that would be 2d4. No, that would be 2d6 times 1,000. So if we do this, so it'd be 2,000. No, that's the lowest. It'd be 5d4, so max you'd have 20. Max you'd have 16. Suburbs we do 5d. Minimum you'd have 5k. Minimum you'd have 5k there. Or, you know what we could do? This is, 1d4 times 10,000. And then, once we go there, once we hit the city, it's 1d6 times 10,000. And then the metro is 2d6 times 10,000. Yeah, okay. So, if we're doing this right, let me get out my dice here. Okay. Actually, if you give me 1 second, what I am going to be doing, I'm going to go to the little note man's room. What up? Walla Walla. Let's see. So if we're doing our, let me find 2d4. Let me find my d4s. My 1d4. I've got my dice bag out here. Come on, where's my other d4? All right, dice ASMR. Sorry, Queens. It's dice ASMR hours. Should bring you out. Don't want a D8. I want a fucking D4. Where are my caltrops? Ah, there we go. There's my caltrops. So. All right. So. Let's roll our Hamlet. So, our Hamlet is 500 people. All right, so 500. So if we do 500 people, so our minimum that we can have is 200. Our maximum is 800. Average, if we do 2.5 plus 2.5, average would actually be 500 to 800. So that would be our average. So if we go to the village, our village would be minimum is 1,000 people, maximum is 6,000 people. Our average with 3 would be 3.5, but technically our average would be 3. If we round down, would be 3,000. Okay, reasonable. Town 4d4, so minimum would be 4,000 people, maximum would be 16,000 people. Our average with if we do our real average would be 2, 4, 6, 8 would be 8,000. If we do our technically correct average, which would be 2.5, it would be 5, it would be 10,000. Or if our technical average would be 10,000 in the town. And that sounds about right. Our suburbs. Our suburbia would be, our minimum is 10,000. Our maximum is 40,000. Average, again, if we take our average, it would actually be 20,000. 20,000 average. This goes to the city block. City block is minimum 10,000, maximum 6,000, with an average of 30,000. We can probably, if we do the metro block smallest is 10,000, maximum is 120,000. 120,000, average 3.5, 3.5, 6.5, that'd be 7, so it would be 70,000 average. So, actually, let's do suburbs. Well, it's going to be 5,000. We bring it down to 5,000. We bring you down to 5,000. And instead, we make you 1d6 times 10,000 here. So that if we do that, suburbs have a minimum of 5,000, maximum of 20,000. Average goes to 10,000. City blocks have a minimum of 10, have actually a minimum of 5,000, maximum of 30,000. Average would be 15. That leads to the metro block. The metro block has a minimum of 10,000, maximum of 60,000. Average 3 times would be average about 30,000 people. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Also, thank you very much, Athens Social Oculi. Athen is Oculi. Athen is Oculi. Oculi, why are you here? Aeon's different. So, I believe this should work. Maybe not calling it. It would be actually, we'll call it a city chunk and a metro chunk. The best way to think about it, actually, I'm curious. Population of Queens. Yeah, like New York borough. Yeah, the best way to think about, all these three, the best way to think about it is these three are literally an entire town, village, or a hamlet has been taken. They have been plucked out of our world and slammed into a fantasy world. That is the best way to think about it. When it comes to like the suburbs, a city chunk, or a metro chunk, this is a chunk of a city has been transported. A chunk of a metro city, a fucking third of Queens, a chunk of Queens has been effectively taken. You're like, what are you talking about? It's Queen. Like, imagine just like a chunk of Queens just disappeared one day. Imagine a chunk of a chunk of Manhattan just you snapped your fingers and a chunk of Manhattan just was somewhere else. That is how you would explain that. I'm here to have something to hear while making my own RPG. It's my first time catching you live. Yes, I will say there is an advantage to streaming at this hour, and there's a disadvantage. One thing to note is that it is 1 o'clock for me. It's about 1:20 for me. 1:20 in the afternoon. I'm in Japan, let us not forget. I am in a foreign country. A lot of my usual viewers are from the US. So it is very late. What's your RPG? Not really technically my RPG, I should say. This is a commission, actually. The commission is, if I scroll up here, effectively it is a fantasy. It is, what did the commissioner refer to it as? He's given it a few different names. Portal fantasy? Dimensional merger? He's called it a few different things. I've been calling it transverse fantasy. The idea is that a town or a place, a chunk of our world has been transported to a fantasy world, has been isekai'd, and the subsequent disasters that follow. You are John a normal guy, and John a normal guy is now in a fantasy world having to deal with fantasy world bullshit. So we're trying to roll up the town right now. There's a lot of little things to consider there. So we want to go to this one next. Actually, we should do... I do this. I do one too. Oh. Okay, so we grab all of you and then we put in touchstone. Oh. There we go. So we grab all of you, we put you into the middle, put you like this, merge the cells together. So, do we have any touchstone in the modern era? Mm. 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 Historian. Historian in resident. Mm. Actually, if we do expand this out here, so the Hamlet. Mm. Major family. Mm. Go community leader, community watch. Actually, no, it would be HOA. Yeah, okay, so we grab you. Actually, we're probably going to need to grab you. We grab you, we put you here, we then do, town's purpose. Oh, no, yeah, no, I know. Yeah, exactly a 24-hour my RPG, Miracle of Sound MP3. Yep. It has some, game has some quirks to it. There's a lot of charts to it for a game that isn't actually all that complicated, relatively speaking. It's just a lot of charts to build up to that point. And, because charts are fun and also annoying. Purpose, development, description. Cool, so we're going to do that. Let me just do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I'm like, we're going to do life paths anyway, so why not add some fun things to it? Because you all know what's fun? Making a life path for your main town, because your main town is where the game is focused around. So, infrastructure, corporate infrastructure 2, prosperity 2, mood negative 2. Best way to think about this. Best way to think about like a corporate town, it is like the town is dominated by like it's like Surprise Florida. No, it's Celebration Florida. That's the best way to think about it. Like, this is a town built for the purpose of a corporation. Not really much else. Let's do, actually, this would be... Industrial, actually, no, it would be Chaos 3, Defense 2, Prosperity 3, Entertainment, Chaos 2, Chaos 2, Prosperity 2, Mood negative 2. What's that mean? You are literally an entertainment venue. You are You are not there for literally any other reason. It's like Reno or it's like Las Vegas. Yeah, it's like, this is not a place. People are not happy being here. Dried up. Mm. Mm. Actually, no, it's squalor. Squalor 2, mood -1. Infrastructure 2, squalor 2, defense 2, tourism, infrastructure 2, prosperity 32, mood -3, prosperity 2, infrastructure 2, size +2. Why does a college give you bonus size? Because colleges are fucking huge and a lot of unused space there. Transformative, note. We're going to page elements, footnote, roll 1d6, roll 1d6, chaos 3, chaos 2, chaos 1, prosperity 1, prosperity 1, prosperity 2, prosperity 3. There we go. So if you roll a 1d6, you would go like here, you go across the board. 4, we get prosperity 1 because transformation went relatively smoothly. So, community. This purpose-built community. They tend to keep to themselves. Corporate. The town is dominate the entire area. Industrial. Billy, who knows what? Entertainment. Isn't here anymore. Heavy labor. Gets raised for the mines. Tourism. Better word. Actually, what we should do is actually plus 2d6 times Mm. +26 1 in the population. Literally just random people who just live in who just live around there. Wait, not 24, it's 12. I'm stupid. No worries. No, but this is very important. This is a dimensional merge TRPG. How do you generate CWCville as a city? See, the thing is, you don't start as CWCville. CWCville has been around a very long time. Ooh. Yeah, that's the secret. Yeah, the secret's about CWCville has been merged far too long. 10 to it, 10 to it, 10 to tended to it, to tend to it. Maybe I should get, you know what I should get today? Oh, I should get tempura today. Oh, I love tempura. There is a tempura place not too far. It is so fucking good. I have no idea what they're saying though, because it's all in Japanese. And I'm like, yes, I want this. And I just like point at the menu, and they're like, oh yes, yes. I'm like, Wish I was still at that one in Ningyocho because they had the fucking they had the tablets you could order from in English. Ah, so nice. So let's see. Okay, so the town's purpose is there. And then we go to the... Ba-da-da-da. 6. So, town situation. Situation. Development description touchstone. Yoink. Let's see, local leader. So, infrastructure +1. change elements, footnote, roll 1d6, -1, one infrastructure. -1 infrastructure, 2 to 3 to 4, -1 5 to 6, -1 An ordinary day, just like always. There we go. So this should be 1. Okay, so now we need to do these two. So this would be... transversal reaction, so we get rid of all of you again. Fear. Pensive. Inquisitive. Inquisitive. What the fuck is going on? We don't understand. Oh, mood +2. Okay, time to switch legs. There we go. So, Mm. 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 Let's see what the situation was. Mm. Mm. Even just for a minute. Alright, so... so we want to do transversal location. So... Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Delete that column. Expand this out here. Do this. Mm. 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 If I do actually do 7. Actually, we put development here. Unclaimed territory. Let me scoot up a little bit. Let's see, what are we thinking of? Let's see, how's my Japanese skills? Japanese skills has been, how do I want to word it? My Japanese skills have gotten not better, but people are beginning to know that I'm endearing about it. This is a very important thing. People understand sometimes what I'm saying, and people know that I just have a quirk of speaking now. I feel bad for my mini stop guys I live next door to, because they know me when I go in. I don't say much. I'm like, oh, hello, this, no, okay, goodbye, and I'm just out. They're like, great. He doesn't fuck around. He doesn't want shit. He just goes in, gets out. Awesome. Outside of that, I'm pretty good. Sumimasen. I learned how to say excuse me almost immediately. Because I'm fucking big, though I still need to bring out my 2 jokes that I have at all times when I'm ordering a coffee, because I like cafe mochas, by the way. I like my coffee sweet. I'm not like a black coffee kind of guy. Every single time I say hold the whipped cream, it makes it fat-free as a joke. And I don't like whipped cream on it. And they always put whipped fucking cream on it. I need to learn how to say that. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, I can barely stretch. It's one of those things where I would really like to have more of a vocabulary, but I'm trying to get the essentials down first before I start learning more like hardcore stuff. But it's really weird here. I'm going to say this right now. It's very strange here. And it's very strange because very rarely do you need to speak. This is a weird thing, but there are a lot of like fast food joints. You can go in, you can click what you want on the little iPad or whatever. It usually is English or something. In, out, done. You can be done within there, and you never have to interact with anyone. A lot of places where you just do not have to interact with people. And it's not like, oh, it's for stupid, ignorant Americans. It's just for everybody. Like, everybody does it. Like, we try to minimize human contact. It's kind of interesting in that front. And it's not like, oh, it's just for Americans. It's for, like, even, like, normal people do it that way. I've noticed it a lot more than in, like, the States, for example. It's just one of those little things. You're like, oh, that's kind of... that's very interesting. A nice little interesting little note there. Also, thank you very much, Meg Smiley Face, for following. Yes, it is. It is his commission. Nope. It'll say anything without wanting to take a bath with the bready toaster yet. Again, thank you very much for all the gift subs. Why do you people keep doing this? Probably, like, the hardest part right now, honest to God, the hardest part of actually talking to people in Japan, of interacting with the Japanese people in general, is that they are very quiet about things and very rehearsed. If you go to like restaurants or you go to like any place really where someone is working, it's very rehearsed. And this isn't a good thing or a bad thing. This is just a thing I've noticed. And because it's very rehearsed, it's, if you don't know what they're quite saying, if you don't know what they're saying at that moment, they will look at you like you have 3 heads because they don't know what to do now. I think that's like one of the funny things that like throw me off more than anything. Because I've learned about the point cards. I know when they're asking about the point cards now. I don't know what they're saying, but I know what they're saying. Because there's these little fucking cards that like every fucking place has. And they're points, and you get points, and you can spend those points on things. Fucking Amazon has Amazon points. You know, it's shit like that. You don't think it's like weird until you notice it. And then when you notice it, you can't unnotice it. Though it's like it's a lot of little things. I think that's the part that throws me off the most. It's little things. And what I mean by like that, rehearsed, like, if you don't know they're asking for the point cards, sometimes they get confused and they don't know how to follow up. Because everything's so rehearsed. And, you know, it's just like, no. Oh, no. No. Yeah, everyone here has been very, very kind. Let's do special territory. Let's see, neutral faction land. Where could actually, so technically we should do individualist faction lands. Unitarian faction lands. Mm. 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 Transversed. Devilish. Heroic. Noble. Wicked. Communitarian, individualist. Mm. 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 Actually, we should do mm. Mm. It's open season. Special territory. Let's do. The town has been transversed into. Magical. Get middle of a battleground. Get ready. There we go. So there we go. So let's roll the dice here, everybody. Let's roll the dice. Da-da-da. Luck be a lady tonight. Somewhere over yonder. Somewhere over yonder. So first things first. We're not going to do America roll. We're just going to do a standard roll. Okay, we were founded in 1940. Let's say we're founded in 1943. And we have prosperity 4 and size +2. All right. We do have I'm going to go down here to touchstones. We do have the old soldier. And we're going to go down to the town size. How big is the town? The town is a city chunk. So we know it has defense 2, squalor 3, prosperity 6 now, and size 7. This is a pretty big place. It has 15,000 people in it. 15,000 population. Doesn't seem like a lot, but a chunk has been effectively tore out. So, the town's purpose. Why are we here? Just to suffer? 3. We are an aggro city. So, we have Chaos 2. Prosperity increases yet again. And our size gets larger. We're fucking huge. Let's see. So, the town situation. It is to a power struggle. Yep, we have a power struggle going on. And what's our transversal reaction? Defensive. Our defense has increased by 1. And where did we get transversed? We got transversed into Wicked Faction lands. So, about 15,000 people have shown up. So, if we do final, what we're going to do is we're going to do... What we're going to do is we're going to do this. I'm going to do... Final calculations. So, final calculation. Now after rolling. Let's see. First, they will add up all of the. Okay. But before. Let's see. I'm gonna add this. We're gonna grab you. We're going to make you 0.03. Let's see how thoughtful. Yeah, like you're not gonna. I will say you're not going to find like any deodorant here that actually works. I think that's a very large joke almost, is that there's no deodorant here in Japan. I think it throws some people off, but the thing is, if you want to find deodorant, you're finding deodorant. It's there. It's just if you're a dude, I'm gonna say this right now. I think this is a very important thing. If you are in Japan, if you ever think about coming to Japan or anything like that during especially a hot season, when you are looking for things like deodorant, if you're looking for like deodorant, you might be thinking of like, oh yeah, I need to find, man deodorant, right? You need to find the man deodorant. You need to find Old Spice. You need to find shit like that. Do not. Finding shit like this, you're going to pay $20 for it. It's expensive. It's way more expensive than you think here compared to like back home in the US or whatever. If you want to smell nice, you're looking at women's deodorant. Yeah, I think that's a very important thing. You're looking at women's deodorant. I think that throws some guys off. Because they want to smell like bear jizz or whatever the fuck it is this week. You're not going to be doing that. You're going to find the women's aisle, and you're going to find the thing that you feel comfortable with, and just own it. I think that's a very important aspect. I think people are going to freak out about sometimes. But yeah, just find the thing that you feel comfortable with, and wear it. Wear with pride, because it's fine. You're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass man. Wear the fucking, wear the fucking women's deodorant. No one's gonna look at you weird. Everyone fucking knows. It's fine. We want to do... Okay, our first calculation we need to do is... From inside... Add together all development. Let's see. Actually, add together all development. This is the current town size, and add size modifiers to For the total size, for future development, well, let's see, actually, we want to do determine size, let's see, determine the touchstones. Yeah, so the idea of the touchstones is like these are people who are important to the town and are also leading to a binary question. I think that's a very important aspect behind each of the touchstones. So a touchstone has a binary question to determine the fate of an aspect of the town. So the old soldier, for example, his binary might be, well, I think we should, effectively batten down the hatches. Pretty much, establish our own private Idaho. Fuck everyone else who wants to come in here. I'm going to shoot them with a literal gun. Versus not doing that and kind of looking out and trying to expand it. It's like you can go with the touchstone or you can oppose the touchstone. Both of them have their advantages and their disadvantages. That's kind of the problem. Yeah, actually, that's pretty much it. Nope, that's pretty much it. Nothing too exciting there when it comes to the final little calculations. So we're going to do lore implication, main book, explaining various game mechanics. So this is going to be Maria's book. I'm going to put Maria's book. Maria's book. So we're going to somewhere over yonder. Okay, so town stolen. I'll do one. So it was established in 1943. Let's see, many soldiers and the family eventually come to live there. What would be, let's see, It's a rather decent sized city of Harrison. Mm. Mm. Let's see, outside of town. So if we do here, so we've established all that. City. Mm. 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 Colonel. Mm. 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 Let's see. Per the these holes. Mm. 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 Let's see. Well, the city itself is under Margaret YM. Mm. Mm. What happens now? So insert. So we're going to insert the horizontal line. So we want to look at our do 1 2. We're going to establish this at 3. So we're going to I always forget chaos, squalor, defense, devastation. Chaos, defense, devastation, prosperity, squalor, infrastructure. So, chaos, defense. There we go. We established this. Put this right here. 2, 3. Devastation is 0. Infrastructure is 0. Prosperity is 8. Squalor is 3. Mood is 0. Size is technically 5 plus. Actually, though, that would be 5, 8. It would be 16 out of 26. Because we have a plus 10 size modifier there. We have no mood. We have no mood. We got a lot of room to expand. But we have we've got some issues here. But we want to go here. We want to go to touchstones. Mm. 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 Let's see. So military order or civilian government. With Margaret, it's more of... Mm. 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 There we go. There we go. This is There we go. So this would be an example city. Mm. Is there even shampoo? Yeah. Yeah, there's shampoo. There's a lot of shampoo. The current one right now that's going on is they are doing a promotion for they're trying to sell hair care products using Evangelion characters, and I'm like, yep, that's it. I'm buying this one. You gotta smell like Teen Spirit, dear God. But yeah, no, yeah, Evangelion is trying to sell me hair care products, so I'm like, yes, I want to look like Kaji when I grow up. Then I realized that I'm about the age of Kaji. See, the worst part is realizing that, like, is like half the characters in Evangelion I'm like the age of almost at this point. Like, I'm almost 30. I'm almost Kaji's age. How? Why? No, I'm not supposed to be that. Like, I'm almost like we're all like I'm almost 29. I'm almost fucking Misato's age. This is truly hell. I'm not. I need Kaji Max is what I need to do. I need to become. Truly, my life is suffering. But all right, so we have finished the town path. Let me actually get my notebook out here so I can determine. Nope. 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 Here we go. City on the Hill schedule. So, lore rundown, basic system. We've done town creation. We need to do character creation next. That's the big thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call it here, though. So thank you all for watching, as always. My name is Notepad Anon. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be working on this later tonight for me. That will probably be in the very deep morning for most of you. So maybe tune in tomorrow because we'll be working on it some more. I do have to do a bunch of random shit tonight though. So Godspeed, good luck. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I am as they say. Oi.